Good evening, everyone, and welcome to well, we don't put it out on Friday nights. Maybe we should, but welcome to our Friday night one shots or longer shots. And we're back here again with two of my boon companions in this RPG hobby. And we're going to continue our adventure of the sword tournament for Pendragon. We're in the we're playing Pendragon RPG. It sets up a very heavily reliant on Mallory, Arthurian legend and game, and we use their kind of chronology. And we are in Londinium in 510. And I will introduce the players, and they'll tell me, who they're playing, and then we'll kind of recap what happened last time and get into and pick up more or less right away from there. All right, so first we have Amy.
Hello, I'm playing Dame Linnell. And she is 21. She's a mercenary knight, although technically not knighted yet. Her culture is Irish, and her parents were killed by Pixes, and so she hates them.
All right. And then we have Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen. I'm playing Sir Clarion, who is also a mercenary knight, who is a Cymric. He's very much the kind of classic vanilla knight in the starter set. But yeah, we're having fun getting into hijinks surrounding swords and stones and out of stones and all that.
Right. So when we does anyone want to tell me what happened last time, or should I give a summary and you fill in?
But if you give a summary.
Okay. So the player characters, Dame Linnell and Sir Clarion, perhaps having met on the road on the way to Londinium in 510, more or less right after the new year. And there is this word of this tournament to take place in Londinium. So they get there. There's a lot of knights setting up, a big camp out here outside the walls. They explore there on the 9th of January, Londinium for a day. And actually, they met someone kind of important in the story, didn't they?
Yes. Shall we say he's a magician of sorts?
Yeah. There's a good spot by Arlen's character, and they followed and talked to Merlin, the magician, who gave him some cryptic advice, I think. Then the next day was the tournament, and the winner of the tournament would be allowed to pull the sword from the stone, or attempt to pull the sword from the stone here in oops, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. I'm clicking on the Zoom, which doesn't work. And yeah, is that right? H is
Yes.
St. Paul's. So yeah, St. Paul's Cathedral area. There is a sword that's stuck in an anvil and in through to the stone. It is called Clarent, the Sword of Peace, and he who pulls the sword from the stone shall become High King. You know the story. I hope, maybe. Probably if you're watching this, you're probably interested in Arthurian mythos and legend. So anyway, so the player characters go to the tournament. They're actually in the Conroy with King Leo de Grance, who actually Arlen's character, Sir Clarion, is in the mercenary knight for. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you're trying to get Dame Linnell into this cadre as well. And then we do a round. They line up against Knights of Gore. How did you guys feel that you acquitted yourselves in your first tournament?
Linnell feels like she proved her worth.
And Sir Clarion?
Not quite so much. Sir Clarion, despite a good strike in the first round, was not able to dismount his opponent, and then they on the return, Sir Hussa of Gore knocked him from his horse, which always unfortunate to be dehorsed.
Right. But before the squire could collect him, there was a commotion, and everyone started yelling about the sword, the sword. And these player characters, Dame Linnell and Sir Clarion, hoofed it or rode over to St. Paul's Cathedral, and they witness this young unbearded boy pulling the sword from the stone. And of course, a lot of commotion and hullabaloo was caught up, especially by the likes of King Lot, who is a king from Orkney in the north, who's a powerful warlord. And this is like in the kind of anarchy period after Uther has passed, and before the rise of Arthur. So the young boy is, they know him as Arthur, or what was his nickname, Arlen?
It's from
Wart, right?
yeah, from T.H. White's version, they call
Yeah.
him Wart.
Wart, yeah. So then yeah, and then I think they make themselves noticed by blocking King Lot. I think actually Dame Linnell was struck by King Lot and not unhorsed, which was cool. There was also this young page or squire that King Lot backfisted and knocked unconscious, and I think it was either Dame Linnell or Sir Clarion got them to safety. So it was a crazy day.
Oh,
King Lot,
that was all Linnell.
oh, it was it?
Well, Sir
You
Clarion
helped.
helped to sort of hold the line, but Linnell was definitely leading the charge on protecting the page and also fighting King Lot.
Yeah, yeah. So then, because of their showing and they were chosen to guard. So that was probably about the 10th. That was the 10th of January, and then 10th, 11th or so, they are asked with the two of them, along with 22 other folks from Camel Yard and Cornwall, apparently, are chosen to guard the Sword of Peace, Clarence, the Sword of Peace. And the player characters did not fall asleep, which was great. And they got into a fight because Picts, perhaps sent by King Lot, were trying to steal the sword. And how did that go?
Linnell had fun, but she got her butt kicked and had to call her page to come help. But
Or Squire, yeah.
yeah, but with Clarion's help, because Clarion was leading the way with that one, we were able to keep the sword safe.
Yeah, we did learn what happens when you get ganged up upon. It was so at one point Sir Clarion was trying to fight off 3 Picts. So but I think you took him out, right?
Yes, we did.
One
tried to run away with the sword, but I threw something at him, and he is now asleep.
Permanently asleep, yeah.
Permanently sleeping.
Yeah,
And
so actually the hero, I would say the heroes, because the critical role in that combat, because you guys got taken down. Unfortunately, I think one of the Picts rolled a crit, and then Arlen's character, Sir Clarion, just the weight of 3 people fighting him just was too much. But fortunately, you have very loyal squires, and when you made your squire roll, one of the things that they can do is first aid, and first aid happens immediately. So that was really like a round or two, and during that round or two, that's when the Picts grabbed the sword and were trying to run with it. And there was some heroics by Clarion and Dame Linnell throwing, taking down one Pict with one of their own spears, like a thrown spear. Of course, they reopen their wounds as they do this, and then Sir Clarion, running through the last Pict as Dame Linnell steps on the sword of Clarence, the Sword of Peace, Clarence, that so he cannot run away with it. So it's very exciting, and yeah, because of that,
because that we got to go to the hospital.
yes, well, before you see, you receive great commendation, and you're actually shown something. We just at that point it was like getting late, so we stopped there. At that point, you were shown into King Arthur's presence, where the boy king heaped more praise upon you and thanked you greatly. And of course, your tales are, people, maybe, I don't know how, I know Dame Linnell was modest. We looked at that earlier. You probably don't, toot your own horn, right? Is your character also modest?
Yeah.
Yeah. So people talk about you, some of the other knights that were there, they talk about your heroics. Your squires talk to other squires, so that word gets around. So So that's what happens. So you're in his presence. He gives you a house to live in for the rest of your time in Londinium. You have servants, meals, and a barber surgeon looks in on you to make sure your wounds heal. And then that prompted you guys to make a loyalty king,
Mhm.
and you generated loyalty to the king. And you also, because you guys have now bled together, fought in combat and mortal combat together, not just a a show of a tournament. You also did created a loyalty to companions, correct? Right. So to
Yeah.
reflect your shared bonding experience. So we got some glory for what you did. And then the next morning, so this would be sort of the 11th of January, all the city was abuzz with the news of the attempted theft. And everyone knows that Picts do not live in Londinium. And you all learned that the consensus was that these Picts were from the mountains of Caledonia. And I think someone rolled a critical. Is that correct?
I thought so.
Yeah, it's Linnell's intrigue
Oh, nice. So,
right at the
and
end.
then that with the critical, you Linnell, it makes sense because Linnell's I know, I can tell, the only good picked is a sleeping permanently picked, but in her mind, because she has a hatred for Pict's passion, but she can tell them, she knows what tribes they probably come from and all that kind of stuff. She studied them. So she also learned that King Lot has several of these Pictish tribes that were among the ones that were fought under his command. So yeah, so you have since you were seriously wounded, I mean, you don't have to stay on the honor guard, but nothing else happens. And then 3 weeks later, it's Candlemas, and you hear that at Candlemas, all the barons who weren't there at the sword tournament are going to come and proclaim their loyalty to Arthur, or Arthur has invited them. So it's an important religious holiday. It marks the end of the Christmas season. It's February 2nd. So candles are featured in great numbers during the celebration. So the city guilds put on the candlelit parade through darkened streets and all the lamplight. It's the best time of year for if you're a member of the Lamplighters Guild, because you get to light all the lamps and stuff,
Mhm.
and the Candlemakers Guild, right? And the Wick Makers Guild, I don't know. And the Teamsters who carry the wax everywhere, I don't know. Anyway, London's a very strange town, even probably back then. All right, so anything I missed or any questions before we pick up where we left?
Well, you were going to explain now that it's February 2nd, how we get some of our hit points back.
Yes, and also Arlen's character, Sir Clarion, right? He attempted a passion and failed and became melancholy because of it, but still fought on. So gained glory for becoming melancholy, but it's not, so your passion is not above 16, correct?
No, it was a 15 passion.
Right, so it's almost there.
Almost there.
But he only remains melancholy for a day. So getting into a nice house with servants and a
And
on-demand surgeon, that probably helps.
it's nice that I don't remember if it's for madness also, but at least for melancholy, they specify it happens after whatever, chaotic, violent things are happening, which is convenient because if I remember in the previous versions, it was much closer to the source material where if you fail a passion and feel terrible, it's a big penalty right now. And maybe just out for several months of play if your character even comes back.
Yes, for madness, that still is the same. I think they probably maybe just delineated a little bit better between melancholy and madness. And madness, you become out of character until such time that so that's pretty interesting. Just as a side comment, is that Pendragon definitely leads itself to this kind of idea of troop play. Because if that were to happen to your character, or your character were to be laid out for a while, but you still want to have a character participate in like a big battle or a notable battle, then you just make another character, and then you have like a stable of different characters. So it's really conducive and maybe almost encouraging of troop play, especially if you all of a sudden you got a character that's mad for a while. So
yeah, that's why in 5.2 for the Somerset Knight character creation, one of the most important things you roll is surviving male family members. And so that's your character's brothers and uncles and whoever else might be an eligible knight within the family that you might want to end up playing as.
Right, right. Yeah, so these are characters from the starter set. I don't know if they probably didn't do the family stuff. Well, for Dame Linnell's family, right? They're all,
She
in
doesn't
theory,
have
they're all
any
gone.
anymore. They're all
So that's easy.
dead.
But I don't know if they did like a family thing for Sir Clarion. So that's a possibility that could be done at some point. So yeah, if you use I think they have, they basically have like the Salisbury Knight as default, but there is a 5.2 product called the Book of Sires that we could decide where we could roll up his family history and stuff like that. We could even do that for Dame Linnell and see, but both characters do have like sort of they have a starting glory because you get glory from your grandfather and your father. So that's pretty interesting. All right. So with regards to healing, natural healing, and of course you're under the care of a chirurgeon, a barber surgeon, and he has effectively he can't fumble. He's from Sir Ector or Arthur or probably a member or associated with the St. Paul's Cathedral. Anyway, you restore hit points equal to your healing rate characteristic per week. So the healing rate is there for Dame Linnell.
Yeah.
So she would get in 3 weeks. By the time Candlemas rolls around, she would have gotten 12. And I don't know what Sir Clarion.
I've only got a healing rate of 3, and I already did that.
Okay, great.
So I'm at 22 out of 29 now.
Okay. And I don't know, is Dame Linnell at full or is she still a little down?
No, 24 out of 29.
Okay. Yeah.
But
I can take off the prone symbol.
yeah, we're not prone anymore.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. And you can see them here.
And the other little thing, whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't know. I took that the prone thing. This thing. Yeah.
There we go.
So one thing I did want to show. I'll use Sir Clarion, I think. I thought there's a way to. I thought these were rollable tokens.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah. So look, if I choose Sir Clarion, it gives you his like shield, which is maybe I should have shown Dame Lynette's because it's more exciting, truth be told, right?
How do I do that?
If you go, I don't think you guys can. I don't know. Can you? I can right click and there's something that says multi-sided. Yeah, and you can choose a side.
What side do I choose?
Well, just click on it and then you can slide it over. And it gives you their heraldry, which is kind of cool,
That's hers.
Yeah. So you can see their heraldry for them, which I think I also have that as a handout, but of course I'm getting here you go.
That's what speaking of player skill, that's what you could do for this game is just have every time a character is introduced, have the game master describe their heraldry in the specific terms and be like, you figure out who it is based on that.
Right. Yeah, So this is actually cooler. So
well, this is
I'll show
Dame Linnell's is here.
Yeah, I'm gonna show it. Yeah. Right. So I can describe it even in heraldic terms because it's kind of fun. So here's here is Sir Clarion. So Sir Clarion's heraldry.
Very floral.
Yeah. I think it's just
well, I think that's simple, just a pattern. I think that the colors are
the colors are the important. And then here is Dame Linnell's
red with a silver border.
Yeah.
Versus Dame Linnell, who has a much more complicated one.
Yeah, like is that a phoenix? What does it say again? I want to see what the description is. Is that an eagle or a phoenix?
It's an eagle. Party per pale or in dexter, argent and sinister, and eagle outcharged.
Yep.
So yeah, it's describing um, division vertical, basically gold on the right, silver on the left, which obviously for us is reversed because it's if you were holding it, I think.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
And then an eagle countercharged, meaning in opposite colors, right?
Right, right. Which is cool. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that. One of the heraldries, that's one of the best in the books. That's one of the coolest things is like usually on the end sheets or not the end sheets, but the covers. The inside of the covers have a bunch of heraldry. It's
Yeah, it's one of the things I think people had mixed responses to some of like the cover art and stuff for the new editions, but I really love that all of the characters have their heraldry based on the Mallory
yes,
assumptions of the heraldry
they actually
on the
fixed
art is so good.
they actually fixed Gawain's heraldry because it had been wrong for a long time.
Yeah.
So which is cool. Maybe one of these days you'll meet him.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, probably not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Still a little. All right. Cool. All
Hey,
right.
we got to get Clarion's horse back. Or I think you might have already, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you lost your charger. But
Yeah,
sir,
so the
so Knights of Gore, like they took off. The Knights of Gore took off. The Knights of Lothian took off. Right. So Husa never came to collect, except took your horse. Right.
yep.
But it wasn't your war horse, so that's probably okay.
No, it
It
was
was his war horse.
the main war horse.
We might have to get it back.
So I don't know. I wonder how. Let's see.
Well, or
If
maybe
you
I
want to
could
try
go
to do, if you want to try to do that, I'm sure there's a role we can make to do that.
Yeah, I don't know if there's because
It would probably be like a loyalty to Leo de Grants or however, if you have whatever you have for Leo, like, and if you make
Yeah.
that loyalty, you petition him,
yeah. Yeah, so I've got fealty to Leo de Grants, of course.
Yeah.
And I've got um I guess we were pretty out of it after the fight, so I couldn't really intervene. I was thinking to potentially to intervene and like go to the camp as they're leaving and try to talk with the squire about it. Write him an IOU or something, but I don't think.
Would
Oh,
your,
the night,
would
the
your
night.
Well,
squire
or I could maybe I could tell Leo de Grants and have him sort it out since he's right. Presumably he can, get like the friends and family discount or something on buying the horse back.
Friends and family.
Oh, yeah. If you're
The feudal
ransomed,
lord
if you're
discount.
ransomed, you get your horse back.
Yeah, you get all your
All
stuff
right.
back.
So
if you
give
pay
me,
your ransom.
yeah. All right. So you're gonna tell him that this is what happened during the tournament, but they took off and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say like, hey,
right, well,
look, you took my horse, but I didn't have a chance to kind of like settle things with Sir Hossa. So
Yeah, I wonder if they have stats for King Leo. Oh, and just for the players, we have again in anachronistic armor. He's how we see King Leo de Grants on the left, Patrick Stewart playing him in Excalibur. And I did not know Syrian Hines played King Lot. That's pretty amazing. So Syrian Hines, you probably know him. His most famous role is probably as Julius Caesar in Rome, seasons 1 and 2. So, right, or is it just season 1? Just season 1, because of history. All right. So all right. Let's see. So how do we model that then? I guess I still think it would be a fealty to Leo de Grants.
yeah, it makes sense to me.
Is there anything that Linnell can roll to aid?
That's a good question.
yeah.
We didn't know about aid.
But she saw him take his horse and not leave.
Yeah.
He's the voice of Steppenwolf in both of the different versions of the Justice League from recently.
Could she roll her loyal companion?
Well, here's what we'll do. Do you have go up? Yep, honest. Roll your honesty. It's not so great.
but it's
But
good
you
enough.
made it. All right, I'll give you a +5, Arlen, on your fealty. You could check it because that's a hard roll to make. And basically, you're petitioning and you're pleading that this is what happened during the tournament. And definitely, Arlen, if this is successful, you probably will get, well, even petitioning, because no one would really know. So I'll definitely give you either an honest or a modest check, whatever
All
you
right.
would
You want me to
prefer.
do fealty with +5?
Yes, fealty at a +5.
Fealty to Leota Grants at a +5.
Woohoo!
Oh, good. It's a good thing you got the
Yep, yep.
+5.
Yeah.
All right, so he does, he says, oh wow, okay, so they'll arrange, I'll try to arrange it, and at least get your horse back, and he says that is you're very honest, Sir Clarion, for coming forth and letting me know this. I am more than happy to pay the ransom, as you have acquitted yourself well, both on the day of the tournament in St. Paul's Cathedral Square, and from what I've heard, in defending Clarent from those dastardly picks. That's cool.
Colonel will say, hey,
Thank you, Your
to the
Grace.
dastardly picks.
All right, cool. And you have a good companion there, this Linnell from Estragal's.
Can she bow to him and say,
She seems very
The-
brave as well.
the true hero here is Sir Clarion, sir.
And modest to boot. All right. All right. So the king defends his crown. So things happen. On Candlemas, per mutual assent of the assembled barons, so Clarent is put back in the stone, and once again it proves unmovable to people. And then Arthur steps forward and pulls it out with a flourish. He does seem to be a little, hamming it up a little bit. Many knights and noblemen at last pledge their loyalty to the boy king, including the young Count of Salisbury and Duke Ulfius, an old Roman warlord. Right, so after this, you definitely would return to your respective lords. For mercenary knights or squires without a lord, the inns of Londinium prove warmth and shelter as winter reluctantly yields to spring. On Easter, word reaches you that Arthur once again pulled the sword from the stone, earning the pledges of more barons. So now it's become Easter of this year. And
So would we get more healing?
yeah, you'd be fully healed by now.
Okay.
For sure. Right. So you can attempt another intrigue roll.
Both of us?
Yes.
How much more healing, Carl?
Oh, you're fully healed. It's Easter now. So
All right.
that's
will
like
heal back up to full and remove my wounds.
yes.
Okay, intrigue. Okay, here's intrigue. Please be good. Oh, I failed by
Oh
one.
no.
Okay. So
Can I
I mean,
use
you
some
just
luck?
there's no
Wrong game.
meta currency in this game. I don't think there is. There isn't. I don't know if there. I mean, I guess passion is, in a way, passions, if you trigger them, are your meta currency because they help you do.
Well, or I know some of the people on the Pendragon Discord have talked about that as like a third option for your Thousand Glory thing, is add one to something, or keep basically, if you don't spend it to boost a skill, have it as a one-time use reroll, and then if you spend it, that's it. Basically, kind of
Oh,
like
right. So like a pool of fortune points or whatever, or fate points.
yeah, or like the meta currency in Warhammer Fantasy, the big one that you you get this many over a character's lifetime, and that's it, sort of thing.
Right. That's actually not a bad thing. Not the
Yeah,
so that's in what
cool.
it's in is that in Paladin or is that in?
No, that was just a house rule that some people on the Pendragon
That's
Discord
I will
had.
consider that.
That,
I mean, you
that
probably
way
wouldn't do
get,
that until you're like later on as a knight, right? Because you're early
yeah,
as a
yeah,
knight, you
that's
want to give yourself.
I was mostly joking because Call
Well,
it
but it makes
Cthulhu.
for
I
an
use
interesting
my luck a
discussion.
lot.
Well, yeah, and the idea is that like that 1,000 glory is a big deal, and so it's kind of like, well, have it keep it in the back pocket for one special thing, or spend it for your upgrades. It's kind of an
Right.
interesting.
Right. So those of you who are in, you have remained in London. So Leo de Grance has left, but I guess you're a mercenary knight, so I don't know. Um,
Before he leaves, can Linnell make sure that he knows that she appreciates him letting her fight with him at the tournament, and that she looks forward to meeting him again?
yeah. So I would say probably in this case, Linnell. Well, you're a mercenary knight, but you did acquit yourself well, and you did make that role of fealty to King Leo de Grance. So I would say probably, right. All right. So you do hear. So probably I would say Sir Clarion probably returns to Camel Yard, though Dame Linnell stays in London. Right. So you hear that Arthur has pulled the stone again, earning pledges for more barons. Neither of you made your intrigue attempt, so you don't learn any new information of what that means or what that could mean, or who was there. However, at Pentecost, the retinue from Camel Yard returns back to London, and because this is one of the great Christian holy days of the year. And actually, it seems like in the Arthurian cycle mythos, Pentecost, a lot of things happen on Pentecost. It seems, right? It's almost like the start of the. It might even be the start of the you know the season in a way, right? In any case, on Pentecost, Arthur draws the sword for a fourth time. Hopefully, this is the final time. And despite a few grumbling baronial holdouts, the citizens of Londinium are clamoring for a new king and brook no further delay. And so you are allowed to be present for this event. It takes place at the cathedral, filled with nobles, prelates, selected knights, which since you were there to one of the guards of the knights in the beginning, and important Londoners. There's great pomp and ceremony reign, especially despite the rush work to get it done. And the Bishop of Londinium carries out the rite. You get a front row view of the proceedings, and you're able to hear Arthur's voice and the words of the bishop. The Bishop of Londinium says, "Will you solemnly promise and swear to govern the peoples of Logres and its tributaries and other territories according to their respective laws and customs?" "I do so swear," says the king. The Bishop of Londinium then says, "Will you use your power for the cause of law and justice and mercy to be executed in all your judgments?" And the king says, "I will." The bishop thereupon anoints the king with sacred oil, in theory from the time of Constantine the Great. He makes the sign of the cross on King Arthur's forehead, hands, and feet, and a special robe is placed over Arthur's shoulders. Then the crown of the King of Logres is placed upon his head. God crown you with the crown of glory and righteousness, that having a right faith and a manifold fruit of good works, you may obtain the crown of an everlasting kingdom by the gift of him whose kingdom endures forever. Everyone says amen. If you are,
Amen.
okay, yeah. If you are Christian, you may roll your religion.
Roll my religion.
Yes, but if you say amen, that's fine too.
I don't know where. There's my religion. It's not very good, but
Okay. Arlen.
nope.
Failed my religion roll.
Okay. All right. Nobles then come forward one by one and swear homage and fealty to the king. Yeah, you already. Oh, you may all, since you already have loyalty to king as a passion, you may check it as you see others who are of higher station than you do this. And you can attempt a recognize roll.
Recognize.
Mhm.
Excuse me.
No, I don't recognize anybody. If they're not a pix, I don't recognize.
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
She's paying a lot of attention, making
You
sure no one
do-
gets too close to the king.
You do note that the number of nobles seems small.
Seems what?
Small
Okay.
for the crowning of a king. You would think it would be higher.
Yeah, it seems like there might be, a significant portion of Britain absent. Almost
Yeah.
like 7 of the most powerful kings are not here.
Perhaps.
Did they not know?
No, I think they knew what was going down.
Is King Lot one of the ones that is absent?
Yes, since you are asking, King Lot is not present. Nor has since Dame Linnell, you've been to all of these ceremonies. King Lot and some other and mostly knights from the north have not come and sworn fealty since you asked. All right, the feast is the best. So the court then withdraws, and a massive banquet is held in the White Tower, which is P down over here. I think eventually William the Conqueror makes the Tower of London there. Maybe, I'm not sure. We've seen many things on the Tower of London. I do think I recall the White Tower.
Yeah, the very beginnings of it, I think, are what.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. So the feast is the best meal you have ever eaten, making indulgence difficult to avoid. Good wine is served for the limiting your temperance. So you can attempt to make a decision roll of temperate versus indulgence with a -5 to temperate and a +5 to indulgent for those who wish.
How much to temperate?
So none of you
Minus-
are. Let me see. All right. So
I'm
if
gonna
you are
go for
famously
temperate.
if you are famously indulgent, you must stuff yourselves, or else fail indulgent, succeed at temperate to resist. If you're famously temperate, you might give into your indulgent trait. But neither of you are famously temperate or indulgent, so you can roll if you want to. You don't have to.
So how much did you say to add to temperate? None?
So temperate, you would subtract 5, so put -5 there.
Oh, I double failed.
So you can
I
decide.
really failed. I
And
failed
then-
as much as you
So
failed.
then roll your indulgent and add a +5. If you doubly failed, you can decide what you want to do.
All right, I think I
Don't put a plus there. The roll will end. Just put 5. I forgot about that. If you put a plus, it does something messed up.
I was successful.
So you are successful.
successful on indulgent.
So does that mean I'm drunk?
Let me see.
Do I check indulgent?
You definitely
Don't worry,
check
Gamelin, I'll stay sober.
You check indulgent. You do check indulgent. Yes.
Sometimes a lady has
Fortunately-
to let herself
Fortunately,
go.
you're not famously temperate, because then you would
Yeah.
actually lose honor for, if people know you're temperate, then you get drunk. But yes, I mean, it's been a long time, Dame Linnell, since you've been in a feast like this. Maybe once or twice in your lifetime. Your family once did this, and so it does remind you of that. So maybe you lose yourself in the good wine.
I think she would even be wearing her nice gown and her
Mhm.
jewels and stuff. Because
Right.
she is a proper lady. More or less proper lady.
Right. So let me see what you get for you.
No offense,
Right,
but
so-
she would
so
be
you do-
staying close to Clarion and the king. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming up that way.
So you do gain 100 glory because you're at a notable event for witnessing Arthur's coronation in Londinium.
Yay.
Yay. Okay. And I'm trying to think of any of the, no one has reached. No one criticaled or fumbled any of their trait rolls, right? Or passion rolls. No. Okay.
No.
All right.
Since Linnell is a little on the tipsy side, she's gonna lean over to Clarion and say, "Should I ask him to knight me now?"
Uh-oh.
Just asking Clarion. She didn't say it loud, just
No, I know.
Probably not, right now. one of
Okay.
those things that you might want to wait on.
I'm not dressed proper for it. I doth not be in the right clothing for it.
Right.
Well, you know they put you in like special clothing for being knighted, right? You have a special tunic and special pants and all of the different.
Ooh, I'll have to go shopping. It'll be lovely. We could go together to shop.
And it all symbolizes something, but I can't tell you exactly what on the top of my head. So
Right.
No problem.
All right. So an announcement reaches you that the next morning, the day after Pentecost, the king will travel in full procession to the city of Carleon, where the Archbishop of Britain resides.
Can
Because
we
he was
offer to
actually,
go?
I think you guys are going to be going.
You think what?
I think you guys will be going.
Okay.
I think I'm changing maps.
Does Linnell need to buy stuff to go on the travel with her, like food and drink?
No. So I will shift ping you there to where you start. There in London, outside of Londinium, or in Londinium. And you follow so you see all these sites and stuff. I don't know if there's anything that goes on of note. All the kings, dukes, and barons
What?
present at the coronation in the procession stretching along the road, it seems like miles. And the progress, it finally gets out of the city. The progress is necessarily slow. You ride with King Leo de Grants. Peasants line the road along the entire length. They have come out to cheer the king, who perhaps will settle the anarchy and bring them peace at long last. So, for where you depart to Londinium, you travel all day to, it says to Kingstown, but I don't see where Kingstown is.
Not see Kingstown either.
But perhaps it is. And then in 2 days, you get to Staines Castle. So you see it is kind of slow. Takes you 2 days to get to here.
Mhm.
And then across the Thames, you cross the Thames there at Staines and Windsor. And then head on to Bagshot, another small town, and then to the city of Silchester after about 5 days. There.
Okay, so about what would the date be now?
So it's now 5 days, well, probably 6 days after Pentecost, I would say.
Which is
I don't know.
I'm looking it up now.
You're looking at what
What
Pentecost
day is
510?
Pentecost? It's based on Easter, so
Yeah.
49th day after Easter.
49th
So let me
day after
see.
Easter?
Yeah, 49th day after Easter. So yeah, 7 weeks.
Yeah. So let's see what it says. I wonder if Google will help us here.
Looks like, oh, I could probably search Pentecost in 510
Yes, I was looking.
AD.
That's what we're all doing.
Okay, what Easter in 510 calculated Easter days. Well, but back in 510 they hadn't decided which Easters
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure the one. So
I know. Well, in 30, wait. Uh,
oh, and they didn't even this chart doesn't even go back to the year 510.
yeah. So
We may
let's
need to, we may need to pause while we look this up.
oh no, we don't have to let's go 20 this is used 2023 2024 since we're starting in 2024 as 510 and then go from there.
All right, Easter in 24 was on March 31st. So Pentecost in 2024
May
was on May
19th.
19th. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was Pentecost.
Yeah. So it's been a long time, right? I mean, that's
Over.
and that's just to
May
show,
19th.
right? This
And
is to show. Go ahead, Amy.
So now this is 7 days after that. So this is the 26th.
Yeah, so it'd be yes, 6 days. So you make it to Silchester, so 6 days after Pentecost, after 5 days of travel, because you didn't start on Pentecost, you started the next day. Right?
Okay, so it's May 25th.
Yes, and then the procession rests for 2 days while Duke Ulfius entertains the king and his court with the most delightful japes, games, and feasting. So this is kind of in a way to emphasize, right, that this is unlike like your traditional sort of fantasy role-playing game. The characters have obligations, and this in a way joining the procession with their lord, and Dame Silchester's are sort of lord pro tem, but definitely Sir Clarion's lord, Sir Leo de Grance, on this procession is part of their obligation, so they can't gallivant off an adventure. Now, later on in the campaign, and say if we were to play the Great Pendragon campaign, there are points where you do multiple adventures or can do like little side adventures or side quests that give a little bit of glory and some combat. But right now, there's a lot of things going on, and in a way, you would have to like say ask your lord permission to take off. So there's definitely like some conceits that are present in Pendragon that are different from your traditional, fantasy role-playing game. What anything to add, Arlen? You played this game before. Amy, what do you think?
No, I is would we be allowed while we're at this place for the 2 days to ask around if they know why the other knights weren't at the coronation?
You can attempt an intrigue roll.
I'm not super good at it, but
I know, but you're asking.
Yeah. Intrigue. I gotta find it again. Okay, here it is.
Yeah, because it makes sense because you're like in a new
Failure.
Yeah, no one really knows why. They just, maybe they go back to like, well, I heard King Lot didn't appreciate this new boy king, claiming the throne back in January at the tournament. But that's all you hear. All right. The next couple days you pass through Buckleberry and then onto Donington. Like I say, this is a slow procession, so
So we got here on the 29th, 2 days later.
yes. And then Wadborough another day. So I guess it picks up. Maybe people like you see, like I guess some people left at Staines and Windsor, some people left the procession at Silchester, or
Okay,
maybe
so-
some are going, but some are continuing.
So how many more days did we take to go to the next town?
So from when you were in Silchester,
Well, we left Donington on 5/29.
okay, and then and 2 days later you reach Corinium, which is an old Roman
So
ancient
May
city. It's old Roman
31st.
term. Yep.
We make Corinium.
Yeah, over here. So you're also passing through like Silchester and Gentian, Clarence, right?
Yeah, it's
So-
the Duchy of Clarence.
Right.
It's this whole area.
Am I allowed to try my intrigue again to get information about the other knights or no?
Let's see. I would say if you attempt your modesty, because you're generally driven by modesty, right?
More or
So
less. Yeah.
yeah, so I would say you'd have to fail your modesty to keep pestering people.
I failed.
All right. So you don't need to check it, or you don't need it. Well, I guess you would have to say roll proud. I mean, you can ask and stuff, but all
I
right. So
failed that too.
you don't. Well, that's fine. You don't check. You don't have to check proud. You already checked it once already anyway. But
Mhm.
okay, so you can roll it. You can ask again. You're kind of going against your better judgment and your normal way you ask, but it could be driven by other factors. No,
Failed.
no one tells you young knights anything. All right, so a couple days. So you pass through here. Well, on the 12th day, you reach Glevum.
12 more days?
No, just on the 12th day. So one more day later.
Oh, okay. So on June 1st.
Yeah. And then at Glevum, the Duke bankrupts himself, providing for the king's court. And the procession spends a day crossing the Severn River here.
Okay.
And
So it
on the-
takes us the
and
day
the-
to cross the river.
yeah, and then 3 days later, you finally make it to Carleon.
3 days later.
Yep. Yeah,
So we're
You
now
finally-
June 5th.
right.
We
So
make it to Carleon.
At Carleon, the procession rests while King Arthur and Merlin, who showed up somewhere along the way, confer with the Archbishop Dubricius. Many of the lords of Cambria have also come to meet the new king, as do 2 barons from Cornwall. And then the Supreme Collegium convenes to select the High King, an office that has been empty for many years. There's a significant number of kings who do not attend, but those present are universally in favor of Arthur. Thus, they elect King Arthur to be Imperator and Caesar of Britannia and Ledig, or chief warlord over the British Isles. So someone can roll what? There's no like history equivalent of history or society here. Although you could roll, you could roll standing. Let me see. Let me look at the
Standing?
station. Yeah, you guys can both roll station.
Roll station.
Hey, I'm finally successful at something.
Oh no.
All right. So Dame Linnell.
Do I check this or no?
No.
Okay.
So I'm just using this as gathering information, right? So
Yeah.
Warlord over the British Isles is definitely a title that he does not deserve. Maybe you being from Estergals, which is I think it's Estergals is where is that? Is that northwestern
It's
Cumbria, I think?
so it's basically a chunk of Wales that has been settled by
Irish, yeah.
settlers.
So it's on the west coast of Wales somewhere.
Yeah, it's kind of the little sort of peninsula at the southwest.
Okay, cool. Yay, we have a Malorian expert and geographic specialist as well. All right. So Dame Linnell, you can make of this what you will, that he does not deserve the title of chief warlord over the British tribes. Maybe being from Cumbria and your family from Ireland, you would know that. So it's a title he does not deserve, and there is definitely not a full quorum of electors that chose him, nor has he conquered everyone. Nonetheless, he receives a title with the new set of arms, 3 crowns on azure. 3 crowns on azure, signifying that he is king of Logris, Cambria, and Cumbria. The archbishop then crowns Arthur. The ceremony is largely a duplicate of the first one, and the festivities are tremendous. No one is disappointed. All right.
I
Yeah.
think Linnell is gonna try and stay sober this time.
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. You also get 100 glory for witnessing this coronation. And you definitely can roll awareness or intrigue.
Try awareness, because I'm not very good at intrigue at the moment. But I have a higher score in intrigue. But we'll try awareness because I keep failing at the other. No, I failed at that too.
I will try intrigue because they're the same for me. Oh no.
Okay. All
We
right.
can't try intrigue if we tried awareness.
The woes of new characters. Right. All
Yep.
right. Amid the celebration, so somewhere in the celebration, it is a good thing that you decided not to test your temperance versus indulgence, unless you wish to, Sir Carleon. Sir
Sure, I'll try
Sir
temperate
Clarion.
again.
I'm staying sober this
Do you
time.
have to modify
No.
this one?
No, you're ready for this.
All right. Yes, I stayed temperate.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Cool.
That's right,
Linnell's
kids. Don't do
Tap
drugs.
you on the back and say, "Good job."
Just say no.
Have you checked temperate?
Yeah, I just checked it.
No,
this one.
this year you hadn't. If you hadn't checked it, then that's fine. You can check it.
Yeah.
All right. Amid the celebration, there's like a mumbling or a rumbling commotion, and you all learn, as just as everyone else does, not ahead of them, unfortunately, that 6 northern lords have arrived at the city. At first, Arthur is thrilled to think they were coming to pay homage, but you hear word that they're drawing up in a battle array outside the city. So
Can I go to Clarion's lord and tell him that that's what I've heard?
you have you heard?
I
You
think
haven't
we're
heard this.
all I think we're all finding out right now.
You're all finding out right now.
Okay.
All right. So so you can make another. All right, you can make a loyalty to Arthur roll. This is not for a passion. I'm just to see how you
Loyalty to king.
Loyalty to king right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay!
You see that Arthur is frightened. You're close enough that the city is closed, and you hear him prepare for a siege. All right. So
Can I tell him, "Fear not, my king, Sir Clarion and I will keep you safe, along with all the lords here. You have nothing to fear."
ooh, you've already checked proud for the year, so
What?
let's see if he yeah, I would see so both since you made your loyalty, I would say you definitely would say that. That's fine. Yeah, give me is oratory, I think is a thing. Or orate.
Nope,
No.
I failed.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's all on you,
You definitely say that, but maybe there's a lot of like
Commotion he doesn't hear.
hand wringing among the other lords that are there, not knowing what to do. Sir Clarion, do you wish to do anything?
I think I'm just gonna hang out, listen. It's kind of above my pay grade to make decisions like this.
Yeah, you notice that Dame Linnell, despite her apparent modesty, is very outspoken, especially after a few glasses of wine.
I remain temperate this time.
No, I know. All right.
This is that mothering instinct that she has. She is a woman after all.
All right. So you guys can, if you decide to man the walls or patrol the walls, you can make battle rolls or awareness rolls, or attempt battle rolls or awareness rolls.
Oh, my battle isn't any better than my awareness. I'll try battle.
Where is battle?
Down
It's under combat.
Yeah.
Intrigue is better, but awareness. I've
Oh,
been
no.
failing everything. Oh no.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was at least successful in something.
Oh, okay. We already checked awareness, but all right. So All right, so you let's see. The army's not so big.
The what?
The army's not so big, Sir Clarion. They're just a lot of rabble.
Oh, we can take these Caledonian D-bags, guys. Come on.
Maybe we should take a step back and look again.
All right. Although you notice Dame Linnell that the rebels sacked the outer villages as well. So unless you guys do something like want to quit the town of Caerleon,
Do what?
like leave town.
I think Linnell
Can
would.
we volunteer for a raid on the enemy camp or something? Give him a little bit of a disruption.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah.
That
Pop
would
out
be
a
a lot of
postern
fun.
gate and take a couple of them on.
Yeah, let's do that. That could be fun.
But I think
Or you
Linnell,
could get killed, but
Linnell
Well,
would
they're not that
suggest
tough.
that they get the king out of there, and we'll do what Sir Clarion suggested, and we can cause a distraction while they get him out.
right. What's your battle, Sir Clarion?
It's 5.
5, and Dame Linnell's is 5.
My
Wow.
my battle is bad.
Okay.
It's 5. I really don't. I have great horsemanship, and I'm good with the two-handed. Better with a sword. I can really charge and I can brawl, but my battle's not good.
Okay. Should be interesting. All right. So yeah, you want to do that? Are you guys going to do this and go? There's a lot of other young knights who are willing to do something crazy like this.
Yeah, I think
I will bend to
All
the desire of the Lord.
All right. So give me a how would Sir Clarion, I know Dame Linnell is going, of course, but how would Sir Clarion try to recruit other young knights?
we'll all sort of go through and, while I'm standing on watch on the walls, I'll sort of be talking with some of the other ones and tell them, yeah, bring anybody else who wants to come. And we're gonna, find a postern gate in the walls and just try to, one night at like 4 a.m. or something, get out there and cause some chaos.
Okay.
They have
Okay.
like trebuchets and stuff like that, so that the
No, there's no really, you're preparing for a siege, but I don't think they have any or maybe they're right now they're raiding the other outer villages, so
no,
maybe
I'm talking about Carleon, where we're at currently. Do they have trebuchets?
no,
or
trebuchets are not around. Yeah.
do they have archers?
Yeah, but Arthur is ordered to prepare for a siege, so all right. So let's see. So
Is he
Clarion.
gonna remiss and leave, with our plan being that we can protect him better by causing a distraction?
No, I don't think he
Well, I don't
wants.
think he needs to get out. I think he's just,
No, you guys are just gonna do something kind of bold.
yeah, we're trying to
Bold.
disrupt their
Okay.
camp basically.
So let's do.
So basically go
If you
out
feel
the
you're
back
trying to,
way and
if you're trying to
attack.
persuade people, then I would say that's an orate roll or
Mhm.
attempt of an orate.
No, jeez. I can
No,
try
no, no,
and
no,
help.
not Dame Linnell. This is Arlen's character.
Yeah, I only
All
have
right, can I? So I think
What's
it
your
would
orate?
make sense. My orate's only 5, so
Okay.
I was thinking maybe it would make sense to call upon our honor as knights of the true High King to try to get a little bit of a better score for orating to call everybody up together.
Okay. So you want to
Seems
roll?
like,
You want to roll for your honor passion?
yeah, I want to roll my honor passion to boost my orate to get everybody going.
Okay.
All right, roll my no.
Do you want her to
Guess we're
try?
not going on adventures,
You
guys.
can still go. It just it's not at a -5 yet, right? But you're gonna
No,
be
but it's
You might be melancholy, right?
Yeah, I think it makes me melancholy after I do that. And since it's not actually in combat, I think it just does that immediately.
Well, I guess you roll your orate and then we'll see how that goes, and then you have the -5, right?
All right,
I
wait
think
just a
There's
sec.
not a way to roll station
Yeah.
to get them to go, is there?
No.
Passion crisis.
Yeah.
Unopposed roll. Okay. Passion crisis occurs when you call upon it and fail. Suffering a passion crisis must make an unopposed roll against the passion triggered, and then we'll see what happens from here. I don't have any of the other penalties or anything, so let's try this one.
You make it.
Success. So I become melancholic
So you get another 25 glory.
for another day. Apparently, I am
Just melancholy.
Known for Sir Clarion the sad. All right.
Yep.
Sir Clarion the very sad. All right. So
Well,
roll that
yeah,
orate
it's
still.
the most
not
underrepresented
Amy.
of the humors.
No, I'm looking for something.
Okay.
All right, I'm writing down my melancholic thing, and then I'm gonna roll orate. Orate.
Oh,
Look at that!
dang.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Despite
ready
your
to go to battle
melancholy,
right behind you.
you convince a cadre, besides yourself and Dame Linnell, 10 other young knights to go out and do this raid. That's pretty awesome. Definitely check your orate.
Another 25.
Do we need more than 10? Do you need Linnell to try?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
All right. So,
yeah.
all right. So I want to see.
Do I spot King Lot out there? Because I'm pretty certain he's the problem child.
No, I mean, you're going to go attack some pickets and some of these people raiding the villages. You're not going to go into the camp because that would be suicide. You will get a reckless check for doing this, however, if you haven't checked reckless already.
Yeah, I figured. Check in reckless seems accurate.
So check it now.
Yeah. No, you already have a reckless check, so you're fine.
I do.
Yes. See, it's checked already.
Right.
I don't know where it is, so
It's one of your traits. It's on the right side because it's not normally a good trait.
oh, okay, yeah, it's over here.
Okay.
I'm both reckless and prudent. She doesn't know
Yeah.
what she is.
Right. I think we're at even. It is great that they have prudent versus reckless and also valorous versus cowardly, as you know.
Does my hate for picks come into play at all here?
If you run into picks, it might. All right, let's do this. Where do they have this? Oh, nice. Okay. All right, let's do. We're not gonna do like an actual. Well, we'll see how it goes. All right, you get your young knights, despite kind of on the fly as well, because it's all like secret hand signals, because it's crazy
Are
and
we
very
taking
reckless.
our horses?
Yes, you're probably gonna take your horses out there,
Okay.
and then.
Alrighty.
All right, so you're going to. Let's do this. Yeah. Give me a. Probably not Sir Clarion, but Dame Linnell, give me a battle roll, because Sir Clarion's would be at a 1 effectively right now, right? Right, because is it -5 to everything?
I failed it. I only have a 5, so I'm not good at this. I follow, I don't, well, I mean, I can charge. I have a really good charge.
Right.
Yeah, melancholy is -5 to everything.
Yeah.
Oh, but I could get cured of my melancholy with some friendly care. So a friendly cure from anyone who has a love, loyalty, or adoration passion. And I think we got loyalty for each
I have love.
other last. Yeah, loyalty companions.
Yep.
I
So
have
you guys
love
roll
and
an
loyalty.
opposed. You roll an opposed roll. So and
What
then
do you
whoever
mean?
wins.
Fixed opposition of
loyal?
the
Yeah.
melancholy value.
Loyal companions or love family?
Loyalty companions.
Okay, hopefully I do well. Please do well. Nope, I failed.
All right. We'll roll,
Okay.
Arlen.
Apologies. Can my squire try?
No.
I have also failed.
You don't.
'Cause it's your melancholy value is the number of days that you are going to still be melancholy. So it's a 1 essentially.
Oh, so you both failed?
So we double failed, but I don't think you can actually succeed unless you succeeded yourself.
Oh, they have to.
Right?
So they have to beat the 1, or they have to beat your loyalty companion.
So no, so it's an opposed roll. So it's basically like if I had rolled a 1, I would have gotten a critical success and stayed melancholy.
Yeah.
Rolling anything higher than that, I fail. And then as long as Linnell had rolled lower than 12, she would have brought me out of it.
Okay.
But like if I was going to be melancholy for 2 weeks, then I would be rolling essentially with a skill 14.
14. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm still.
You fight really well when you're melancholy. But
This is true.
it starts after the fight, right?
Oh, well, no. So
No, it starts-
if you get into a fight, you snap out of melancholy.
Right. Okay.
Oh, I should have read more.
Uh-oh.
Unfriendly cure. Okay, so sorry about this, damn Linnell. An unfriendly cure occurs in one of 2 ways. First, when somebody attacks the melancholic knight, they snap out of it in time to defend themselves, wherein combat occurs until the attacker flees or dies. So we should have just done that, because the other option is when a friendly cure fails, the melancholic knight snaps out of it and attacks whomever failed the attempt.
Okay,
no.
so how do I defend?
Combat continues unless the would-be healer flees or until the character suffers damage. So hit me, but not too hard, please.
With my sword?
Yeah, we're gonna do sword combat, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to hurt you.
Well, you know.
I fumbled.
Ouch.
Uh-oh. I'm really sorry about this one.
It's at a -5 though, isn't it?
I don't think so, because I think it counts as the penalty is over as soon as you go into combat, is what it looks like for all of the.
Okay.
I have my shield though, right?
No, you won't get your shield this time. You fumbled.
Since you fumbled, you don't get your shield.
We'll have to look. 14 damage though.
I think that's only 2 through, because I think you have a base of 12 plus your shield, right?
Yeah,
For your
12.
armor.
It's only 2 points of
Only 2.
damage, and then you snap out of it, right?
No, I'm still in it. It's until I take damage.
Oh.
Okay, so I need to strike you again.
Well, we'll see what
You have
what
to
happens
actually
on a
hit
fumble.
me. Oh, I think your sword might break. Uh-oh. I think that's one of the things that happens with fumbles, is that most melee weapons break.
I
Well,
don't
it's not
think
my good sword, so
I
that's a
don't
good
think swords
thing.
break.
I think that's the only time swords break is on a fumble, and the other weapons can also break if they tie with a sword in a different situation. But let me double check.
Yeah, we're looking for that.
I mean, Patrick will get me my actual
Oh, it's
sword when we
14.
go to battle.
Is 14 bigger than your size?
14 bigger than my size?
Yes.
I don't know my size. Hold on. My size is 10.
Yep. So roll dexterity.
Okay, swords.
Oh wow. Okay.
Swords
You do not.
don't break.
Yeah, swords also break non-swords on a tie. So lose
Yeah,
your fumbles,
swords.
their opposed roll, drops their sword, or you dropped your sword, Amy.
Yeah, drop your sword or break a different weapon. Swords only break if you fumble and the other person criticals.
Okay, well, I was critical with the dexterity. What was that for, Carl?
You don't get knocked down,
Okay.
but usually like a critical is like something so you could, you don't get knocked down and then you kick the hilt of or the pommel of your sword and get it back in hand. I'm cool with that. Just like a critical is like a yes.
Yeah,
and, yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I
So
have-
another round of combat.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'll do better. I was successful.
All right, that's good.
Damage? How do I do damage?
No, you don't take any damage.
So if you go to yeah, you don't take any damage, although you might get knocked down again. You go under
Oh, I'm
the
supposed to be rolling down here.
yeah, under the attacks section, it's
Oh,
got all of
sorry.
your weapons as attacks instead of just weapons.
Yeah, so you succeeded, but he beat you because he got closer to his. But 16 damage doesn't go through your armor, but you might get knocked down.
I was successful.
Yes, so that you get your shield in, a partial success. Remember, it's the closest to the number.
No, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, like in Jackals.
So then no damage, because then if I have my shield, it's 18.
Right.
Yeah, so no damage, but you might get knocked down because
So roll your
16
dex
damage is
again.
higher than your knockdown.
Yeah. You're good.
Nice. All right, one more. I'm going to do my best to fail this one.
Trying to see if I have something else I can do it with. See if rolling down here is better for me. Why is it? Oh, okay. Hang on, sorry.
You beat him.
Nice.
16 damage, which hopefully doesn't do anything to you.
So I guess we need a ruling, Carl.
Okay.
Because what it says is out of melancholy when you take damage. And that's not quite enough. That's basically 16 damage is the same as my armor.
Oh, okay.
So the question is that like I guess maybe I should roll for knockdown.
Yes.
And that could be a way to, okay, I stayed up.
Okay.
So does getting whacked with the sword, but not actually taking damage count or not?
16 is exactly your
16 is exactly my armor value.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we got to keep fighting.
It.
Yeah. All right. I failed. And you only
you took
did
damage.
17
Yay.
damage. Nice. Oh shit, I failed, so I'm gonna take 7 damage instead of
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Well, that's
I
okay.
didn't want to do that.
You guys can make your squire
One,
rolls to see if they first aid you guys.
7 damage. Wounded by
Nope, my squire fumbled. He tripped on the sweat on the floor.
that might be bad.
You fumble.
Yeah, fumble on
Squire
Roll
roll.
20 just
first
doesn't
aid.
like me.
Well, I think specifically
no,
fumble on first aid.
No, but it says fumble on the squire roll, not on first aid.
Well, that's what the squire roll is for, right?
For what? No, I was trying to get him to come over.
To do first aid, but I don't think you. Let me look.
I don't think he's listening.
Squire is on page 14. I will look.
Yeah, I guess it depends on if the squire came over and fumbled or if you just didn't get him to start.
Let's see, page 37.
Well, this was me just trying to call for him. Because last time I had to call for my squire and then roll for first aid for him.
Well, I think that was just because they weren't there, right? That normally you just issue an order to a squire.
Yeah, they're
and
not
they
there.
do.
Yeah,
But
they're not
that
there.
was just because we were inside the cathedral or church or whatever, and they weren't, so we had to call to get them to come first.
Yes.
Because I'm assuming the squires were not with us.
No, I mean you can't find your squire. Or your squire is nowhere to be found. In
Yeah.
your case.
All right, I called my squire.
Yes.
I think you were more damaged than I was, so.
Yeah.
So then he can do first aid on you.
All right. So another squire roll for first aid.
Yes. Oh, no. I think he just does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
All
have to
right.
make another roll.
So I will reduce my damage by my healing rate. All right, now I'm only 4 down.
Linnell will completely apologize for injuring you.
Yeah.
To be clear, I'm the one who attacked you because of the melancholic state. But
Yeah,
you know,
that's true.
I know, but she still damaged you and she didn't want to.
Right. That's funny. Okay, so
Not her intention.
okay. So let's do this. So did we get to Amy's battle roll or did she roll that?
no, Amy has not rolled her battle roll
All
for
right.
the actual
So
fight.
all right. So are you still gonna do this fight? Are you still gonna do this now that you come to your senses after beating each other up?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good. Maybe we should roll like reckless or something to see, because it seems like this would be a good, like, we realized that we were under extreme tension because of the siege and all that sort of stuff. And are
Although you
like,
do have the
well,
pressure of like 10 young knights, you're like,
yeah, we got like another couple of nights. Okay, so maybe we should roll like reckless or something to see.
right. But I'm gonna say but all these knights, you got a critical on that. These guys are like
Yep.
in a
They're
fever
ready
pitch.
to go. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
Dude.
when they see you guys fight and get ready, and
We're
so I would
getting
say
ready. Yeah,
it's gonna have to be like
really
a,
getting ready.
I say +5 to reckless, -5 to prudent at this point.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh,
All right, I'm
goodness.
gonna roll. Yep, we're going. It's time.
She's right behind you.
Okay.
Darn it.
You're all now that you're all like full of adrenaline and pumped up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Bring
Let's
them
go.
on. I don't
All right,
like
so
the
give
kick.
me yeah, so you and your Conroy come out. I'm not going to do this like as a battle because we're going to do that maybe depending on what happens here. But hopefully you guys don't get too messed up. All right, you kind of go out the postern gate and you go to one of these villages outside Carleon.
I will
and-
make sure my squire is on the ready.
Oh, you guys take your squires with you then? Okay. All right. Okay.
Just in case you get
So
messed
roll
up.
me a battle roll, Amy.
Oh, geez, I'm gonna fail. Yep, I failed.
All right, I failed too. So, all right, you see like a group of about there's 12 of you, and you see a group of about 40 what look like let me see if they describe them. Poorly armed and unarmored men. They look like they're Irish mercenaries. And there are like 40 of them as you can crash. You see them.
And they're infantry?
Yes.
Oh, let's get them.
Yeah, so I don't think they have.
Are they sleeping or just?
No, they're out there looting and pillaging a village. So you guys can crash into them with your knights.
Are there horses or anything still back there if they're looting? Because they wouldn't be on them.
No, they're on foot. So when you charge them, so you can charge them.
Okay.
They see you, so you're not getting like a quote unquote surprise round or in this skirmish, I guess.
Yeah.
So you could charge them, but you're gonna get a +5.
Yeah. Pretty ferocious to
And they get do they get a -5 for this too?
So if I'm on here, Carl,
I will look.
if I'm on here and I'm using my sword, or am I using my lance?
Probably using your lance.
Okay, so leave it at charge. Okay, let me know when to roll.
Okay, I'm going to.
For the honor
Looks
of the
like
king.
at least for
if you want to
individual
call in a
melee.
passion, you can, but I don't know if you need to right now. They're not picks, so
Not quite yet.
okay.
Yeah, so for individual melee, yes, it's a +5 -5 reflexive. So
Oh geez. Okay.
we get a bonus and they get a penalty for fighting. Although if they have long weapons, I guess it depends on what they're armed with. If they have like long spears, they can engage.
I don't think they have long spears.
Yeah.
Let
They're
me
just
see.
pillaging, so.
Oh, spear is it says long weapon.
Yeah.
do they have a spear? I mean,
But they're
if
on
they're
foot
just-
though.
yeah, but if
Where are you
they're
looking?
looting, would they be holding something with two hands while looting?
Just one piece at a time. Height advantage says long weapons negate this penalty if fighting an opponent without a long weapon of their own. Sorry.
Yes. Yes.
So we've all got our lances, so we've also got a long weapon.
Right.
So we're even.
We're
If
good.
we only had our swords versus their spears, then we'd be even.
Right. So they're at a -5. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no. There we go.
Right. So
Okay.
you're at a +5
Yeah.
Okay.
+5 on sword rolls, on charge rolls.
on your charge rolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Are we going?
And I'm at a -5. Yep. Let me do. This is against Amy. So go ahead, Amy first, and then Arlen.
Yeah.
No. Oh no, I was
No,
successful.
that's fine.
I
saw you
failed.
roll.
Yeah, I failed. You did 10 damage. The damage is sucky, but I
Yeah,
failed.
terrible damage. A 1, a 1, a
Wait.
2, a 2,
It's
a
on
2, and a
D6
2.
too, right? It's on 66. Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's just all 1s and 2s.
All right.
Well, it came up and asked if I had a modifier on the damage, and I put 0.
That's
No,
correct. Yeah,
that's
you
correct.
just rolled really poorly.
Yeah, the damage is all right. So, all right. So you did 6 points of damage to this guy. Okay. Arlen, go ahead.
All right. I will roll my charge.
Is it the same
+5
guy?
modifier.
No, it's a different guy.
damage.
His
21.
damage is better.
All right. So I am. All right. So I got a -5. I rolled a 1. 14. So I don't have spirit, so it doesn't matter. All right. So 21 damage to that guy. So 17. Yours goes down. Amy, your guys,
Yes.
because 17 is above his major wound. So he goes
Regaining
down.
some of my honor by slaughtering infantry.
Yeah. Okay. And then let's see. How do we
Am
I thought they had a
circling-
I guess they don't I thought they had a small bestiary in here
I
in the starter
will.
set. But maybe they don't. I didn't see any bestiary in the main book.
I'm trying to see if there's.
Would she be able to circle back and attack the same
Oh,
one,
in
or is it a different one?
Oh no, it's not.
Or is that?
No, I said, would Dame Linnell be circling back and attacking the same one or going to another one?
We'll see how the first pass goes. The other 10 guys were just gonna smash into people.
Well, just
so-
what?
All right, so I need someone to roll me a D20 is a skill. Just roll a D20, and the skill is 20. And then these guys are contesting. I'm just yeah. So roll a D20.
They've got, Carl, you might have seen there's a little bit of sort of bestiary in the punch card sheets.
Yes.
It hates me. I got a 2.
A two's fine. It's a success. Oh no.
But yours was critical.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Against
All right.
me?
No. That's against your group of 10. They don't do so great. Right.
But they get a second chance.
Yeah, they got 15.
Arlen should be rolling for them because roll
Yeah.
20 is not liking me.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. So I got
Well,
to
roll 20
adjudicate
hasn't
this.
been
15.
super excited about my roll.
And they got a partial success though. So even 15, 9. So they don't take any damage. But roll me a D20 to see if they get unhorsed, Arlen. You can close that, Amy.
They should be fine. with
Yes,
that
they're
4.
fine. All right. So I guess that you guys are probably caught on your own. Arlen, you have 3 Irishmen on you. Amy, I guess you probably passed through that one, and that guy's got to catch up. but you have 3 Irishmen on foot on you. Yeah.
Okay,
So
I'll
it's-
circle back. I don't think I have a passion I can call on, so
you got a +5 to your, well, honor could work. Honor usually always works. If you want to call on that.
but if I fail, what happens?
You become melancholy after the fight.
No, not worth
Oh, you
it.
can potentially
I
become
think I will call upon my station as a knight because we're fighting, as the Gwent card puts it, the poor fucking infantry. And that's
Well,
the perfect place to call upon your station as a knight, isn't it?
if I become melancholy and I charge this person,
You don't become melancholy until after
after the
fight.
battle. Yeah.
okay, all right, I'll try it. No pluses, right?
Yeah. Just
Oh,
you
hey,
succeed. Wow. So you gotta have, okay. That's gonna be all right. So you're gonna
Show
put
them
on
why
your
we fight on horseback.
Yeah. You want to put on your sword or your lance skill, Amy? Or your charge skill or your sword?
for me?
Yeah. Because there's like 3 around you, so you're gonna have to roll like to get out of. 'Cause I think what happened, even though your men didn't get knocked off their horse, they got held up. So you guys are like on your own against this rabble now. Although,
Right.
and Arlen, you took one of yours out, but Amy, one of yours, the one that you charged past that you kind of nicked is coming back towards you, but it won't be there because you charged through them. So you can
But I-
fight these. You can put on sword and fight these guys on sword, or you can try to use your horsemanship to get out of the around from these guys and recharge that guy with the lance.
So you told me I could put something on what? I don't
You can put your
understand.
+5 because of your passion on either your sword or your charge, your lance skill.
I would say on my charge, right?
Okay.
But you said I have to roll horsemanship?
Yeah. Yeah, 15. Oh wow, that's good.
Okay.
Nice. So you failed again.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't
why don't
feel-
I just roll to see if I'm gonna go melancholy now so we
Yeah,
don't
okay.
forget.
Should I check my horsemanship or no?
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. I can see these guys. There.
All right, let
What
me
are you
double
doing
check.
over there, Clarion?
Oh, you bumped. Well, that's good. So you don't go melancholy. I don't think.
I lose 1 point in the passion though.
Oh wow.
I'm just gonna check it for right now, and if you say to uncheck it, I'll uncheck it. But
All right, I don't believe knights are quite as superior as I used to believe they were.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, because you saw that maybe you saw those Irish Kern hold the line against those.
Yep.
They didn't break. All right. So your horsemanship is a 9, Amy. Okay. Against these
my
guys.
horsemanship I think is 15.
Yeah, no, but
15.
you rolled a 9. All right. Okay. So you get out of 2 of them. One guy is gonna try to attack you.
Okay, can I charge him?
No, so like there are 3 around you, and you're trying to get away from them, so you can charge that one that you missed the first time, right? And get back
but
get back to the line. So what I did is like you rolled your horsemanship against their like avoidance, the equivalent of avoidance, which is only a 5. So this guy's gonna attack you, but he's got a -5 to attack you. So you don't have to, you can ignore him if you want.
I can what?
Ignore him if you want.
I can.
Because you want to charge that other guy, right?
Yes, because I get what, 10 on my charge now?
Yes, you're gonna get +10.
Okay,
All
I'll
right,
ignore him.
Okay.
Or I'll just charge him. Can I
Yeah.
charge him?
Fortunately he misses because they have a 3 right now because they're right, because their skill I think is the sword. You want the spear is 8, but they're at -5. So he misses you. Okay.
So charge?
Yeah, go ahead and do your charge against this guy. He sees you coming back.
18?
Yeah. I think your threshold is 20, but wait.
She rolled a 10, so it's not a crit.
Oh, okay. Is that right?
Yeah, so it did the addition correctly. So she rolled a 10
Mhm.
+5 for being at
Oh, right.
25.
Well, but I put in the
essentially.
+10, so how did the +10 work then?
No, so your base level is 15. With
Yeah.
+10, it goes up to 25. And so the way that that works is that any ranks above 20 in a skill get added to your base roll because you can't fumble anymore.
Yeah,
And if you
effectively you're at
get
25, but
Yeah, if you get
Okay.
20 or higher, you get a crit. So basically, if you have like a effective skill of 25, means that now you crit on anything from a 16 to a 20 on your D20.
Okay. So I just missed critting them.
No, you rolled a 10 on your D20.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's
is that right? No, she rolled a 5. That doesn't make sense.
no, she rolled a 10. You can see on the roll equals that very first number in
Gotcha.
parentheses
Okay.
is that D20.
All right. All right. So this guy here, all right, he failed and he takes 18 points of damage. All right. And he took last time. Last time he took 7, so he's
I'm
taking
going up
26,
here.
25.
That's almost certainly enough for a major wound also, so he's probably
No, he's unconscious for sure.
13
Yeah.
is what he, no, you did 13. I
Oh,
did,
he's unconscious either way. Right. Okay.
I did 10 last time.
Yeah.
So it's a total of 28 points to him then.
Yeah. But -8, so it's 20.
Yeah.
Because he's got armor. Yeah, he's unconscious. Okay. So you take that one out and you rejoin the line. Arlen, what were you doing?
I don't think I had decided yet. So
Yes.
you're saying I could try to get away from these three guys and get back to the formation, or just fight them directly?
Yes.
Seems better to try to get away and
Yeah.
get back to the main formation. And
Yeah, then you can maybe rally him to charge again or something.
yeah, rally up, do another charge. That seems like a thing. So you want me to do a horsemanship?
Yeah.
All right,
Please
I will
don't fall off
do
the horse.
horsemanship.
7. All right, so you
Got a
succeeded.
7.
So I'm gonna roll there. Yep. All right, you get away from him.
All right, let's rally everybody up and do another round of charging.
All right, so those guys are caught in like the melee, so I'm gonna roll. So they are at a. Oops. These guys they're sort of the 15.
Yeah, that's
So
base.
all right, let's see how they hold if they hold. So roll for them. I guess Arlen, because Amy, you don't want to roll for these guys anymore.
I suck at rolling.
So they're
1d20. They got a 13.
13. That's 13 out of 15.
Nice.
All right. So then
Yeah.
against these guys, but there's no modifier for these guys because there's swords versus spears. They failed. All right. So roll damage for these guys.
It's better when you roll, Arlen.
So roll 46 for these guys. Oh, 24.
Boom. Is that a crit?
All right. So
Max
10
damage.
Yeah, 10
That's incredible. That's a incredibly low chances, right? I mean, we know
yeah.
how
Oh,
low
that's
that
max
is because
damage. That's ridiculous. Yeah.
yeah.
crazy.
We know how hard it is to get higher than 10 on 3d6.
I know.
So
Dang, you should be rolling up a character there.
I know.
Roll percentile dice to see what your strength is for your D&D character.
Yeah.
Your legendary D&D character.
Yeah.
That's
Roll
so
my
rare.
18 strength and then roll like a 99 or 100
Yeah,
on my
that'd be
exceptional
crazy.
strength and be like, oh, I'm doing like +7 damage on every hit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see. I gotta see what it rolls for. Okay. So they crush like 10 of them. So that's 12 that are down out of like 40. All right. And you want to try to rally. So one of you wants to try to rally to get them back into charge formation.
How do I do that?
Unfortunately, that's a battle.
It's
Oh,
another battle
geez.
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your battle back up, Arlen?
Well, my battle's at a 5, so it's still
That's
not great.
all I have is 5. We'll try. Nope.
Oh no. All right.
This is
Okay.
why I hate rolling these things.
All right. Okay. All right. So you guys are going to be swarmed now. We'll see how this
Yep.
goes. Okay.
We're losing the initiative in combat.
Yeah.
Basically.
But you guys have taken out, 12 of them, 12 out of the 40, right?
Yeah. So
okay.
28 left.
That leaves 28 more.
All right.
Versus,
but
versus 12 of us, right?
Yeah.
And these guys aren't that bad.
Right. So there's they're all like you're in a jumble, a sort of a messy formation. I think if you fumbled the roll, I think everyone's gonna be at a -5 on the battle.
Uh-oh.
That's
I'm
usually
at a
how
-5?
that works.
Yeah.
So
it's
I
often.
lose my +10 now?
Well, so if you want to turn around and charge those 2 guys that were trailing you, you could do that still.
I would like to do that.
Okay. All right, so we'll do the horsemanship.
Please don't fail. Please don't fail.
No
I
problem.
did not fail.
All right, you got a 10 too, so shoot. Okay. Unless
Both of us to do horsemanship?
if you want, yeah. So oh wait, yeah.
No.
All right. So you're still in the formation. Amy's character is gonna charge off. There's one guy who's I guess I got a crit for him to keep up. So he's gonna try to jump on the back of your horse, Amy.
For me?
Yeah.
While I'm charging 2 other people?
Yeah. Because remember that one guy that's kind of running with you, so he catches up and you turn around. Now he's gonna try to go back.
But I made my horsemanship. I
I know.
don't understand.
Yeah, but I got a crit on mine, so he's gonna try to do something. All right. You definitely get away from the rest of them. All right, he failed. So he tries to jump on the back of your horse and fails. I was doing his brawling. I don't think.
So I can charge off now?
I think he jumped off. No, it's not listed. Okay. So yeah, he fails. So you can charge another one down.
$23 damage.
Did you roll another 10? I guess you rolled another 10. Is this doing this right, Arlen?
I think so. It looks like you just rolled another 10. Do one more,
Do another roll, honestly.
Linnell, to see if it's
Oh, if
broken.
it fails, I don't want it to fail.
No, we're just checking to make sure it's actually rolling and not just displaying 10 automatically for some reason.
Oh, I like this one
there
better.
you go.
Can I keep this one?
No, well, you did more damage the last time, so.
But I like
Well,
the
no, because
critical.
you get your 46 on top of a crit damage, right?
Oh,
So-
right. Yeah. No, not this time, unfortunately. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
23 is probably plenty for these guys.
Yeah.
and
23.
I wasted a 20.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna defend. He fails. So another guy goes down. So that's 13 for sure. 13 down.
Do they
Did you
have
see-
to check morale or something?
Not
at
yet.
some point? Not yet. Okay.
There's
Can I keep that critical for the next round?
unfortunately, no, I'm sorry. Okay. So there's only one. Now you kind of charge back at that group. There was 3 of them that were at you. There's only one at you, and one guy just like fell in his face and back with the line. All right, Arlen, you got 3 people on you.
All right. I think what I'm gonna do
You weren't able
is
to escape.
I'm gonna fight 2 of them
Okay.
and let the third one just have a free hit if he can get it.
Okay.
Are
You're
you
fighting with
Unless, well, wait a sec. I guess let me reread the specifics of how the penalty for Positioning does.
Did you fall off your horse?
No,
No, I'm still.
but he's in the group.
Okay, so yes, I think that's what I'm gonna do because that basically neutralizes out my penalty because I'm fighting two of them, so I get +5 for being on a horse, -5 for fighting two. But that still leaves me with my 15, and then everybody, all of them get their penalty to hit me. So there's still very low chances of actually hitting me, basically.
Okay.
Because they get their
So you're the last one. I'll do the two that you're contesting
two that
first,
I'm
and then the last
contesting.
one. Okay.
So first one I'm contesting.
I got a critical. So you got a critical and he got a critical. He's got a -5.
Oh, how does so critical versus critical, I think does something funky, doesn't it? Oh, I think that means that I smash his spear because we
Yeah.
tie.
Yes. Critical versus critical. We gotta look that up. That's a weird one.
Oh, both characters suffer damage and apply armor and shield or parry protection value.
Okay.
They
Okay,
got
so
a
you don't
critical
get
even
bonus
at a
armor.
-5?
Yeah, he rolled a 3. So
Yeah.
he had an 8 skill of 8 -5 down to a 3, but he just got lucky and rolled his 3.
Yeah.
So nobody gets bonus damage on the double critical. We basically just both hit each other regular, like.
Okay.
So you just need to roll his damage, basically.
Okay.
So I guess the moral of the story is we both wasted a critical.
So 24. You
All
needed
right.
17.
24. So I took a hit of 8.
And he took a hit
And he took,
17. All right. He managed to stay up. He's still up. He's injured, but still up. 17 because he's 13. He's messed up. All right. And then the other guy gets a free shot. The other guy you attack with failed, so you can.
He took. So how much did he actually take, Carl? Because that might have been a major wound.
No,
right?
he took a 13. It's not a major one.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, and then the other one I got to roll against also.
Yeah, I rolled a 12, so I failed.
All right. Hopefully this one I can get.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
So that's 14. Is that 14 down? Because you each got one. Yep. Right. Did you Amy's character got one and you just got one? Another,
Yeah,
so
I just
14.
got one, and then
14.
one more gets a free shot at me if he can.
Oh,
make
the last one with the free shot.
Yeah. So that's real bad.
Yeah.
Because he gets his damage plus 46 for a crit.
Wow. Okay.
You got a crit?
He rolled a 3 and he's got a skill of 3.
The heck are you? Roll 20 is not liking us tonight.
All right. Does this kill you?
It might, because I've only got 17 hit points. So I'm in serious trouble. And I don't think I get like my shield or anything because I didn't contest. So he basically runs up and tries to stab me in the back.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can do, like charge up and try and help?
Not yet.
No,
all right.
not
So let's see. So I get +4. Okay. All right. 25 points.
All right. So that's 15 points of damage, which takes me down to
2.
So here.
Oh no, you get your armor. You get your
yeah, that's with my arm.
Okay.
All right.
Right away. Go get your squire.
All right. Well, we'll have to figure.
It's not that simple.
Oh, you gotta see.
Okay. So I have been knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
And also majorly wounded.
Right.
So I got stabbed and fall off my horse in the midst of the battle.
Right.
Unconscious.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll got to see what these other guys do.
Yep.
So they're at 15 +5 -5.
Can I
yeah.
call their attention over to me and away from him?
Yeah, we'll see we'll see. We got to roll it, see what happens with these guys.
Yeah. All right, you want me to roll for their
Yeah, you or Amy.
What am I
uh
rolling?
Or do you want to roll, or do you want to roll for the other 10 knights that you're with, or
I think Arlen's been rolling better. What do you want to do, Arlen?
well, I didn't roll great last there, but I'll roll for the 10 knights.
Okay.
I should not have rolled for our buddy knights.
well, it's a fail.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
So it's not, it's, okay. So you can try to, again, well, you see, Sir Clarion go down.
Well, I want to run over there and see if I can't.
might, right, because it's at like 4 in the morning or something, right? So I might not even see Clarion go down.
They're burning stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, they're all right. So I don't know what you want to do, Amy.
Can I call for Patrick to go lead Clarion's horse away?
So you can have your squire grab him. You could attempt a squire roll.
Oh, please don't fail. Please don't fail. Please don't fail. I did not fail.
Okay. All right.
I just want him to pull him out of battle.
Okay. All right.
Does that take my whole turn?
No.
Because I want to run down the one that stabbed Clarion then.
Okay. I don't think there's anyone around you, right? You charge one dude down.
Well, I killed the guy that was.
Oh, there's
the
one on
last-
you. There's one on you where you're at.
Where?
Like,
In front of me?
so there were 3, and then you got away from them, charged back to the line, took out a guy, and one's
I've killed
chasing you.
3.
Okay.
So
Right.
if there were 3 on me and I killed 3, I don't know where this other one came from. Maybe off of Clarion?
They're just guys. There's only one on you. So
Hey,
you can use your horsemanship to avoid him, or you can try to cut him down.
Well, Patrick is getting Clarion out of there, so I'll just run him down.
Okay.
Come on, 20s. Not
23.
bad. 23 damage.
All right. He failed. So that's another one down. So how many is that? Are we keeping? I know.
I killed the 3 on me.
So there were 14 at the end of last round. So that's number 15 of 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now we're going to roll for the other guys.
Yeah. For our buddy knights, I'll
Mhm.
roll again. All right. They succeeded, not super well, but they don't need to succeed super well here.
I
of
failed.
course.
So that's 4d6. Right.
6s are a good thing to roll again.
6,
13.
13 damage.
Okay.
So how many knights out of the 40 did you say were left?
25. Oh no, none of your knights have gone down at all. All right. So that
Carl?
was what?
How many are left?
Of your guys, or are they bad guys?
Bad guys.
Like 25 or so.
Yeah.
25 out of 40.
Yeah, and these guys are injured now. None of one's knocked down. So, I think that's. Oh no. So I did you 13 points of damage. Unfortunately, like this Cornish, the knights with you aren't that. They're young knights, right? So they're not.
Yep. Not quite effective, but that's okay.
We're off
We-
being reckless.
So that's
Yeah,
like
you're-
10 of them who have taken a hit but aren't down.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll just keep track on my
Okay.
sheet of
All right.
what the bad guys.
So Arlen, you can make a squire roll for you, so your squire can do first aid on you. 'Cause
Yeah.
Amy's squire grabbed you.
All right. Yay.
Yay.
Success. All right.
I think you're
Take
still
this
unconscious,
one
but
down to 12. I'm still unconscious, but I can get one more because I have 2 wounds untreated. So I can get another first aid next round.
okay. All right.
And so we've got
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's abstracted. I mean clearly the squire is probably grabbed you and dragged you into like a barn or something, right?
Well, I
There's a
think
skirmish is going on.
the point of first aid per wound is basically that if you just got nicked and dinged, you can get all of it back really quickly.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like in the fiction, right? If we're
Yeah,
imagining
yeah.
the skirmish going on in this village outside of Carleon, it's pretty
Yeah.
crazy and reckless.
Yeah.
All right. So Amy, you charge that one guy down.
Yeah.
So now you can actually, there's no one around you, so you can charge into the line again to try to
All right.
rally your guy. You could try to rally your guys to get him one more big charge if you want a
With
real
what?
battle.
Orate?
Yeah, orate or battle. I think your orate is
My
better.
orate is 9. My battle is 5. What do you want me to roll?
I think it's more appropriate as battle, since orate is kind of more for courtly stuff.
Okay, here comes my failure. Yep, I knew that was happening.
But I mean, it was not a fumble, so they don't get the -5. So now they have a +5 again, Arlen.
Yep. So they're
Okay.
at
Right,
versus
well,
20.
we'll do that, and then Amy's going to charge him again.
Yeah,
Just
so
charge into the line.
charge.
Yeah, charge into the line. That guy who's been chasing you got up, got a spear ready. He fails.
19 damage.
He goes down.
Now there's 24.
So now there's 24, of whom 10 are wounded, basically.
Oh, right. Okay.
So Buddy Knights succeed as to be expected.
Bad guy knights fail.
All right. So do they get to roll charge damage for this one, or still?
Oh no, they succeed, but it's a normal. No, they don't get.
No, I
they
mean
rally.
because of the whole battle roll thing is what I'm.
She failed the battle roll.
Okay, so yeah, so no charge damage, just the 46.
Yeah, but
that's okay. Not very good.
So 7 plus 13. Oh, right. We did how much did we do last time?
Last time was 13 minus their armor, which is like a 4 for their shield, right? Although they've been failing their rolls, so I guess no armor. Yeah, so
no. Is that all they have as a shield? Is that right?
I think so, if they're Kerns.
No, I think they just have. Oh, so they need a success for. Okay.
They need a success for any protection at all, basically, because all they have is a shield.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think.
Yeah. No, I think that's they don't, because they got spears, so they don't get the -5. Is that right? No, we still saw they got the +5. All right.
Yeah, so mounted on horseback and using a spear. So they shouldn't be getting a penalty for any time that we're fighting with swords versus their spears necessarily.
Right.
But if you because you can keep fighting with a spear from
7,
horseback, so I don't know.
And the last time I think I failed against them, right?
Yeah, so they've taken 22 points of damage basically.
All right, so they drop.
Yeah.
So 10 more drops, so there's 14 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they might break.
Well, they've taken, they're more than half losses in old school terms.
Right. There's like a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Oh, they flee. Right. They start to flee.
Yep.
So if you want to return back to Carleon.
So 14 flee out of the 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last ones who are up are fleeing, it sounds like.
I will definitely make sure that Sir Clarion gets back with his horse, and I'd gather anything that you might have dropped.
Yeah, I guess my lance probably fell out of my hand, but I think there are a lot of lances around.
There's a lot of lances around. Yeah. All right. Well, you kind of make it back. You can make another squire roll to get that other wound.
Another squire for first aid.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So that puts me at a solid 8 hit points, which means I am awake again. Yeah. but I
Okay.
don't think I'm going to be able to take part in the battle.
Oh
Unfortunately.
no. All right. Well, how many people did you
Debilitated.
take out? Each of you
Total or individual?
individually?
Uh, so
Darn.
we killed 26 total. The Buddy Knights got at least 20.
Yeah.
Um,
So you guys
I
got
think I got 2 and Lynette
2.
got 4, if I remember.
Okay. So you get 20 XP, Arlen, or 20 glory, and Dame Linnell gets 40 glory.
How much?
40.
Pretty glory. Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Okay. And yeah, Arlen, do you think you still have time to do for us to do the battle?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to sit out, right, as the
Well, we'll
character,
see.
but I can roll for.
All right. I'm gonna pause and then we'll take a break and then see what happens next.
I would probably.
All right. So yeah, after that reckless skirmish where Sir Clarion is very injured and almost killed, well, he's the one who instigated it anyway. So perhaps Sir Clarion will learn his lesson. But you're able to take him to a Chirgerin who was able to treat his major wound. And then so definitely you guys are probably I don't know, it was reckless, but I don't think it was like it wasn't dishonorable, because your lord. But now Leo de Grand says, "Hey,
Yes, my lord.
goes, do not do that again. I am looking for knights for my banner. You and your companions are to fight under my command this day. Is that understood?"
Understood.
All right. So
So I realized because I took a major wound, I'm also going to take another stat loss. So why don't
roll
we
a
do that now
d6.
also?
Yeah. So you can describe the scar 3.
Oh, losing a strength.
What'd you lose before?
I lost a size last time. Oh, I'm down. My character damage was at 5d6 at the start, but now I'm down to 4d6.
Oh no. Well, we know what you're going to use your glory for. Well, it's really late. It's like midnight,
Yeah.
and we've been going for a while. But
Yes.
there, we'll stop with that. Well, that'll pick up. I guess that's probably the first thing that happens during the new year, or during the winter phase. It seems like it could be during winter phase, but we'll figure that out. I got to look through the CRB and see what it says about things like that.
Apologies for throwing a wrench.
No, it's cool.
No, it's okay.
It's supposed to be our pen. I mean, the conceit is you don't try to kill Arthur, Merlin, or whatever, but or Lancelot or Guinevere. But stuff can still happen.
I mean, maybe he falls in love enough that he switches sides.
Maybe. So far, no, but
Not yet.
yeah, cool. All right.
Oh, that's
Okay. What would
Okay.
you find something?
Oh, there's a whole I'm looking the core rule book has some interesting stuff, although also